Jeff and Jeremy here online, KZOZ.com. You can stream us live there. You can also check out the podcast and search it out, Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. It's Dumbass of the Day now, brought to you by our friends at Peterson's U-Cart. Big box stores can be overwhelming. Don't go deal with the employees there. They're overwhelmed. You're going to get overwhelmed. Just go up to Peterson's U-Cart. They can help you with all your landscape supplies. At Peterson's, they load U-Cart, you save.
How pathetic can some people be?
We have a really interesting proposal story. I wanted to make it really special because I heard you're supposed to. So we went out for a really nice dinner. We get back to our apartment. I'll kind of set it up for you. Like, first thing I did is I set a diversion. So I said, hey, I'm a little hot. Could you open up a window? So she goes to the window and opens it up, and a bat comes flying into the apartment and starts circling around the living room, right? So she starts freaking out. So I grab a tennis racket and just swat the thing out of the air, and it lands on the floor, and it's flopping around and everything, and she's screaming. So I just start beating the thing with the racket, you know. And you've got to give them 2 or 3 good whacks to put them down. I mean, they're very resilient animals. So finally, you know, the bat's laying there motionless on the floor, and we're both sitting there just kind of taking it all in. And I wait till the moment's just right. And I said, hey, baby, it looks like there's something inside that bat. Right? Yeah, so I got down with my pocket knife, and I cut that little bugger open. And what was inside but a diamond ring, everybody, huh? So I got down on one knee, you know, with the ring in one hand and that bloody dead bat in the other. And I said, even this blind dead bat could see that you're the one for me.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Proposing can be very stressful. Even when you're 99.9999999% sure they're going to say
You know me,
yes.
I don't have a plan for anything I do in life. Like an end, I just do it when I feel like the moment is right. When I proposed, we were in San Diego, and we were going to go over to Coronado Island, and the Marriott down the street from our hotels, like, they give rides over to Coronado, and we're like, oh, let's just hoof it today. So we go to Coronado, but we're on the east side of Coronado Island, which there's not much there. They drop you off at like a park, and then you got to walk over to the west side of Coronado Island. This is before Uber and things like that.
Right.
And I don't know, taxis aren't super reachable in San Diego on Coronado Island. So we walked about 1.5 miles. And then 1.5 miles back, so 3 miles round trip. We were exhausted after walking the entire width of Coronado Island, and then back to the boat, and then took the boat back, and then I was like, "Oh, she's probably mad at me because I just made her walk 3 miles." So I had to wait until after dinner that.
Oh,
evening.
you were going to propose then?
I was going to do it, and the dinner was going to be the celebration, but I had to call an audible at the line because I just made her walk 3
Omaha.
miles.
Nice. I think it was a good decision. Seemed to work out for you.
I guess. I was going to do it right when we landed on the shores of Coronado. Then I got a little nervous.
You can date somebody. You can live with them. But until you marry them and you go through that wedding. Sorry, and I'm picking on you ladies right now. That's when you really see who she is, fellas. I got to say, I give my wife a lot of credit. It was super easy. I don't think we had an argument about anything. But we'd been together a long time, so. This woman, she got engaged. Her and her husband, or to-be, decided that they wanted to have an adult-only wedding. No kids. They wanted to have a big party.
Well, people like to do that.
She wanted to have an open bar. Everybody, this was going to be the party of the year. Of the century. I don't know.
Celebrate.
She only had one rule. She didn't want his grandmother to be there because she didn't want to have to deal with dealing with somebody who is elderly on her wedding night when she just wanted to get plowed.
Oh.
She wanted to get...
The grandma's got to be
She's
there.
like, she can come to the wedding, but she's not allowed to come to the reception because the reception is going to be off the hizzy for shizzy. All my girls, we got to dance, we're going to drink, we're going to party, and your grandma's just going to bring it down the mood. Is going to have to take care of her. I don't want to deal with that kind of responsibility. Okay, number one, Grandma's not a dog. You're not going to have to take her out. I mean, how selfish.
That's very selfish.
How rude. So this is the woman you've decided that you're marrying. She obviously cares more about getting drunk.
Yeah, having a party and having it be
family.
her day and a celebration done by the entire family, but it's got to come with the stipulations. That's never good for a wedding.
She says, I know it will inevitably lead us to having to deal with her, taking care of her. I just want to get drunk and let loose with my friends.
That's a keeper. That is a keeper.
This guy's like, listen, I'm her last grandchild. I'm her only grandchild. She really wants to be there. So, I don't know. What do you do? I mean, I'm sure you could assign Uncle Al or somebody to watch after Grandma. One of the cousins, somebody in the family, say, hey, listen, Grandma's elderly. You know, she's probably not going to want to stay for the whole thing.
In years, what's the over/under on this wedding? I mean, on this marriage lasting?
2 years. I don't know what you're saying.
I'll say 1.5.
Yeah. I'm going to say, yeah.
I would bet the under on 2 years.
Or you could go 2.5 if you let me do that. Now I say I don't think it lasts 2 years.
Yeah.
Selfish. Watch out for selfish. Congratulations, Bridezilla. You are Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day.
We were just talking about wedding, and this Bridezilla, or this woman, would rather get plowed on her wedding night than allow her fiance's grandmother to attend the reception. She said she could come to the wedding, but not the reception because she wanted to get drunk with her friends. That's a quote. And I was thinking, Jeff and I did a lot of weddings. We DJ'd a bunch of weddings in college. It was kind of how we paid the rent a little bit. We both got married, too. And my wedding was pretty small and pretty uneventful. I think one of my wife's friends, fell over dancing and ended up hooking up with a waiter at the place. But, I mean, that's just, expected that something like that's going to happen. Nothing major.
One of your wife's friends hooked up with a waiter?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, she said they went off and smoked pot together, and then I think they hooked up a little. I don't know if they full hooked up or it was just, whatever. She's since moved away and so on. All my friends behave themselves as far as I know.
Let the record show.
Right. I was at your wedding. It seemed very uneventful. The DJ was a little wild and crazy, but other than that, it was, everybody seemed to be...
Nobody went off with any waiters.
Be pretty good. And all the weddings that we've done, we had some real high maintenance people, but I don't ever remember a situation where we had like a major issue outside of somebody drinking too much.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy at all.
The only thing that ever happened to me when I was a DJ, a wedding DJ, it wasn't wedding. I wasn't DJing a wedding. I was DJing a high school dance, and I brought another high school kid to help me out because Jeff was on vacation, out doing something with his friends, and which was fine. It was we did that. So I brought this high school kid with me, and we went to another high school, and he snuck in a bunch of booze and was giving out to the high school kids. And it got back to the principal because it was a really small town, and then yeah.
This is why you should grow comfortable in doing things on your own. Because when you do things on your own, well, you're the only one accountable.
I these
like
were big speakers.
This Sunday night, I'm going to be at the Vina Robles Amphitheater. I'm not having anybody help me out with that.
Well, you don't have to load equipment in. We had to load those heavy speakers. You always had to have help with that, didn't you?
Yeah, but I would use a hand truck if it meant getting double the pay. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
well, I was still getting double the pay. The kid was learning; he didn't get paid anything. It was free labor, so I thought it was a good idea.
You get what you pay for.
It was an overnight trip, meaning that we were going to go somewhere, and they had booked us a hotel because it was so far away from where we lived. It was like a 4-hour drive.
You get what you pay for on that one.
Yeah. But I ended up, getting out of it okay. I didn't know what was going on, and thank God I could have got fired though. I mean, it was very close to getting fired. when the owner of the radio station got a phone call from a principal in this small town in Oregon saying, hey, your guys came here last night. We're giving our kids alcohol, and we want our money back.
Jeremy almost didn't have this job that he's got right now, and he's talking to you about because of this.
Yeah. Then I'm like, hey, listen, I'll be honest with you. I did not bring anything to that party. I bought the kid booze for our room, like a beer at our room, but that was it. Anyways.
How old was this kid?
He was 18 or 19.
So you broke the law. You should have been fired.
I don't know.
Time.
We were in Oregon. What's the drinking age in Oregon?
If that would have happened, it was 21. If that would have happened in 2021, you would have been fired, no questions asked.
We might have been in Idaho.
It was a different time.
We might have been in Idaho.
Idaho's 21 as well.
No, not then.
Yes, it was.
No, it was 18 for a long time.
It was in the mid-'80s that it was 18.
Yeah, I think it was like 82 or 3.
So you DJ'd the wedding when you were 7.
The question is, have you ever been
or the high school dance
at a wedding where all S hit the fan because of, drinking brides, whatever? 805-543-3693. I'm sure there's people listening right now that would have a story, and they're probably not married to that person anymore. You can text or call on the 805 beer lines. Live the 805 lifestyle. 805beer.com.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here. So Amy writes in. She says that she got kicked out of her friend's wedding because she cut her hair 2 days before the wedding. So
you're kidding me.
She said not only did she get kicked out of the wedding, but
this is not going to be about your new haircut. It's about me.
Exactly. Not only did she, get kicked out, but she was also given a bill. She said her friend wanted her to, her former friend wanted her to pay $700 for things that the bride had paid for her to be in the wedding. But you kicked her out. So it's like, wait a second. Okay, let's take a job, for example. Well, if I quit, then I can't file for unemployment. But if I get fired, I can file for unemployment. All right? You fired her. So you accrue the costs on that. You accrue that, not her.
What was the haircut, though?
She just cut her hair. I don't know.
Was it like shaved?
She didn't say. She said she cut her hair short and she got kicked out of the wedding.
Like if she went cue ball, I understand.
She said her friend said that her new haircut would not fit into the vision of her perfect wedding.
So it wasn't something that was off.
I'm not a big fan of women when they cut their hair really short. Some women really pull it off. I think it all has to do with good cheek and bone structure. I don't know. But sometimes it works. Most times I want to say it doesn't. Have you ever known anybody, a woman that's cut her hair short? You're like, wow, not a big fan.
Like how short are you talking about? Like Susan Powder short?
Like, below the.
So it's not hanging down. It's like my hair looks today.
Yeah, they get the real short haircuts. Some girls, it works out being really great, but most times it doesn't. But for some reason, women are like, I just want to cut my hair all off.
Who is somebody famous that has cut their hair short and it's worked for them?
Oh, see, I was thinking of people that it's.
Well, I just need somebody famous because it's a litmus. Ellen DeGeneres. She's
never attractive.
Well, I know, but it's worked out for her. That look has worked out for her.
I'm trying to think of the girl, and I can't.
I don't know. Did Ellen have long hair when she started out in comedy? I think she did. Longish hair, like shoulder length.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, she looks pretty good. But
she still looks pretty good. Right?
She's got, she had the body.
Anne Hathaway is the one that I was thinking of that it just didn't work for me. She was really pretty with this long hair, and then she cut her hair off.
I didn't know she cut her hair.
Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, she looks okay with short hair. I just only know her as short hair, though. I don't know. Now people are going to be like, "Oh, you're being sexist." Blah blah blah. I'm not. I'm just telling you, I could never
ever.
But anyways, back to this story. So this woman, not only did she have to pay for her bridesmaid dress, she was also what else did she have to pay for? She had to pay for a bunch of $700.
Probably, I'm guessing the favors, whatever the favors were, because they were probably not refundable or returnable, and they probably were engraved or something along those lines. But like you said, she fired her. She kicked her out of the wedding based on the fact that she didn't fit the vision of the wedding and her haircut. At that point, that's your decision. That's the executive decision. That lady should not pay her friend a dime.
Yeah, pay her back for the dress, the shoes, planning of the wedding, and the wedding shower.
What about a replacement? Was she able to slide somebody in with the proper haircut?
It doesn't say here.
And if you get that call 3 days before the wedding, are you being like, yes, I made it into the wedding because I have the proper vision? Or are you like, wait, hold on a second. I am just the next man up. I'm just the practice squad running back. By the way, you're going to get a lot of references to football that you probably don't understand.
But it's that time of year.
Over the next 20 or so weeks. Okay.
Steve writes in, he says they should have sued this person because of all the expenses that you've incurred to be in this wedding and then to be kicked out of it.
Yeah. How about that? How about like time is money?
Yeah.
My Saturday was accounted for.
Maybe she got this haircut to be in the wedding. We all know haircuts aren't cheap.
But she obviously
$200.
Obviously did not consult with the with the main person before getting the haircut.
805-543-3693. Your thoughts are always welcome. Thanks for the comment, Steve. You can also call 805-543-3693. Those are the 805 beer lines.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.